Custard. Custard is so popular in England and I love it. I love it warm on crumble. I love it warm on apple pie. I love it warm on pudding. I even like it cold.
Oh, really?
I like it cold on jelly.
Really?
And I like it thicker and cold in trifle, my dad's favourite dessert. But I have a problem. In England, we cheat. We use custard powder to make custard. But my custard powder is empty. There's no powder in my custard tin. So today, I am going to try and make custard with no custard powder. If you are new to my channel, hello, I'm Rachel and welcome to Smile English Stories, where you can listen to English in lots of different contexts. But you need to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get a notification from YouTube. If I speak too quickly or too slowly, you can change the speed in YouTube. In 1837, there was a lady, and the lady's name was Mrs. Bird. And Mrs. Bird lived in Birmingham, in the middle of England. But poor Mrs. Bird had a problem. Mrs. Bird was allergic to eggs. Mrs. Bird could not eat eggs. Mrs. Bird was married. Mrs. Bird was married to Mr. Bird. And Mr. Bird felt sorry for Mrs. Bird. Mr. Bird felt sad for Mrs. Bird because Mrs. Bird loved eating custard. But the problem was custard is made with eggs. So Mr. Bird invented egg-free custard. Custard with no eggs. He didn't use eggs, he used corn flour to make the custard. So Mrs. Bird was very happy. And Mr. Bird was happy too, because all Mrs. Bird's friends loved the custard with corn flour. So Mr. Bird saw a big opportunity. He said, I could sell my corn flour custard, my custard powder. I could sell my custard powder all over the UK. So Mr. Bird opened a factory and he started to produce custard powder. Bird's custard powder. And he exported the custard powder all over the English-speaking world. Bird's custard powder is still popular in countries like India and Australia. In France, we call custard crème anglaise. That's English cream. Mr. Bird was a very intelligent man. And poor Mrs. Bird had another problem.
Oh, no.
She was allergic to yeast. So, in 1843, Mr. Bird invented baking powder. And he sold baking powder all over the world. I love custard. But my daughter loves custard too, and next week she is having her wisdom teeth out, the big teeth at the back. Poor daughter. So I think she might like to eat some custard next week. So I could make some custard and put it in little tubs, little pots, in the freezer for her. So to make custard you can pouring custard. We need either 570 milliliters of cream or 570 milliliters of milk, whole milk, and 6 eggs, just the egg yolks, the yellow, and 50 grams of sugar, and a dessert spoon, a level dessert spoon of corn flour, and a dessert spoon of vanilla essence. You can make custard thick or thin. This custard is quite thick. If you want thinner custard, then use more cream. If you want thicker custard, then use less cream. More, less, less, thicker custard, more, thinner custard. First I'm going to separate the eggs, separate the yolks from the whites.
No, my brother White.
So now I can put the eggshells in the bin.
Goodbye.
First, we need to whisk the ingredients together. Not the milk, just the egg yolks, the sugar, the corn flour, and the vanilla essence. And after, we need to add hot milk to the mixture. Okay, ready? So now I can go and heat the milk. When the cream or the milk is just starting to bubble, I am going to pour it in the mixture. So I am going to put a tea towel under the bowl so the bowl doesn't move when I whisk. So it's looking like custard, but it's a little thin. It's not thick enough. So I am going to put the mixture back in the pan for a few minutes on a very low heat. and stir it until it's thick enough. It's getting thicker. Wow, look at that. Perfect custard. Now, there is a problem with custard. When you leave custard to cool down, if you want the custard to cool down, it makes a skin. So we need to put it back in the bowl. And cover it with cling film. I want my custard to be cold, so I can put it in some little dishes and put it in the freezer for my daughter next week. So now the custard is cold, I can put it in some little dishes for my daughter. But first, I am going to put a little custard on some jelly for me.
Wibble wobble jelly on a plate.
That's for later. A big one for when she's really hungry. And 2 little ones if she's not so hungry. Put the lids on. And I can put them straight in the freezer. So, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you will try to make some English custard too. Let me know in the comments if it's good. Ah, I forgot. If you go to America one day, don't ask for custard on your apple pie, or you might get a thick, wobbly thing. In America, pouring custard is custard sauce. If you want more information to go with my videos, like the custard recipes, for example, you can click on the link under the video in the description and I will send it to you by mail. See you next time.